All right, we live, we live, we live. Let's see if I go live on Facebook too at the same time. Let's see. Go live. So we going live on both platforms. On both platforms. All right, we got some people in the chat. If y'all can hear me, okay, cool. Y'all can hear me loud and clear. That's what I like to hear. All right. So now that we all tuned in, I like to say happy Wednesday, hump day. Um, and today is day 3 of our 30-day live stream challenge. It don't even feel like a challenge anymore because at this point, I actually like doing this, right? And so we're gonna hop right into it. So first off, my name is Marion Davis. I help entrepreneurs get clear. Well, at this point, I help entrepreneurs get clear, increase their revenue and their impact through coaching. And so today's topic is the value you bring is needed, right? The value you bring is needed. And so I want to start off with a question. Have you ever doubted yourself or even just thought that the value that you brought really wasn't worth it, right? Do you believe that the value you bring in business and entrepreneurship, or have you ever doubted yourself? Okay. Of course, I've doubted myself. Okay. Well, first, I'm going to give a little backstory on a time where I actually doubted myself in entrepreneurship. And it really happens in between all of the businesses that I've started, right? And so I doubted myself as a coach because I felt like when I first started, and I really believe that every time we start something new, we feel like we don't have an authority in that space. And so for me with coaching, man, I thought that I didn't belong in this space, right? I thought I didn't belong in the space because I felt like the value that I brought wasn't worth it. People didn't want to hear what I have to say. People didn't want to hear it from me, right? And so it was really a struggle, and I had to get some coaching through my peers, which I appreciate everybody that's contributed thus far. But I had to get some coaching. I had to get some coaching because the mindset that I had wasn't conducive to the future that I was wanting to bring. And so what did I do? Obviously, I got some coaching, and I had to go and see what does God actually say about me, right? I had to go back to the foundational piece of who I was as a person and what did God say about me and the value that I bring, right? Because first he said that I was made in his image. So if God, the God of the universe who created everything that's here, if he said that I'm made in his image, then obviously I must have some type of value. But it was the belief, like we spoke on yesterday, it's the belief in self that starts the foundation. And so, man, I really had to trust in myself and trust in what the word said about me. And so, what are some things that we actually need to know as far as value, right? So first, your gifts. God implants everyone with gifts. You may not know what your gift is, but you have gifts, right? But your gifts are unique to who you are, right? We oftentimes see people on TV or on social media and we're like, man, they really doing it. I really want to be just like them. I want to sing just like them. I ain't gonna lie, at some point I thought I was gonna be Michael Jackson. I thought I was gonna be Michael Jackson, but the whole time God said that ain't the gift that I gave you, brother. That is not the gift that I gave you. And so understanding and trying to find out what my gift was, it took some trying and failures, right? I had to try a lot of things in order to figure out, is this something that I'm good at? Because a lot of times people think I don't even know what my gift is. Where do I start? Try a lot of things, do a lot of things. Just thinking about it isn't going to get you further to where you are, right? And so once you actually find your gifts, you have to look at your gifts as unique. People want to see your gifts in action. There are people with your name on them who's waiting for the transformation that you offer, and they're just waiting on you to present yourself, to open your mouth, to be in the space where they are, right? Point number two, the world needs only what you can offer. Man, this point right here, it really hit home because me, I feel like I'm good at a lot of things. I feel like I'm good at a lot of things. But does that mean that I need to go and do everything? No, I'm not the best at everything. I may be good at a lot of things, but that's not my gifting. That's not my gifting. And so when I say the world needs what only you bring and what you offer, what is that knack that you have? What is that one thing that people say that you're really good at and they really appreciate that about you? For me, it's community. For me, that's leadership. For me, I'm not going to say I'm the best at communicating, but communicating, right? Coaching at this point. And so I can't go outside of those boundaries because the Lord he hasn't moved me to a space to where I have to learn something else. Because there's a scripture that says your gift will make room for you. Your gift, not their gift. I'm not Picasso. I'm not LeBron James. I'm not Kobe. I'm none of those people. I have to act and do within my lane of gifting, right? And so number three, your value multiplies through service. This one is a big one for me, right? Because a lot of times people think that value means I'm finna go put something out into the world. Value is I need to go create this product. Oh, I need to go and sell this thing. But the real question is it valuable? Right? Is it really valuable? The value isn't in the thing that you're giving. The value is the true value for me is who you are as a person. Because there's a story that I heard that Pepsi offered Michael Jackson a lot of money for him to be in the commercial for 3 seconds. For 3 seconds, right? Michael Jackson isn't he didn't have a business. I mean, well, I guess if you think about his career is a business, but in the sense of Pepsi came to him. So what is the valuable piece of this whole thing, of the example? Michael Jackson was the value add to their business in order to increase their revenue, their popularity, and their value. So your value multiplies through service, right? So for me, I love to serve. I love to serve. My one question is, how can I serve you? What is something that I can do for you? What is something I can help you with? If you don't ask anybody or the people that you're called to serve that first question, you're doing it wrong, right? Because through service comes value. And that leads me into my next point. Value attracts value. Value attracts value. So people will naturally come to you because of the value that you bring. And because you bring value to them, they're going to give you value back. What type of value can people bring back to me? Right? People pay you in multiple ways outside of money. They can pay you with their time, and they can pay you with their attention, and they can pay you with their trust. Right? So in business, if you give value to people willingly, people are going to pay you with their time, attention, right? So value attracts value. Solving problems for people. And when I say I heard this statement played over and over by different people, solve a problem. They say people don't care about who you are at first. They care about how you can help them. How can I help you? Think about it. When you go to a restaurant or a store, people don't care about who you are. They want to know how can you help me? Solve a problem that actually creates demand, right? Think about something that people have a huge problem with. Sometimes it's mindset, sometimes it's confidence, consistency, structure. Solve a problem. And the last one, the multiplier effect of serving generously, right? So generously giving your value away doesn't mean that you have to give it away for free, right? I'm gonna say it again. Giving your value away does not mean that you have to do it for free. And when I think about this, I think about the woman who went to Elijah and was like, "Man, I don't have anything to pay this debt off. We gonna be me and my child are gonna be sold into slavery because my husband died." And he told her, okay. And he told her, "What do you have?" Well, all I have is a couple jars and some oil. Okay, I want you to go borrow some more jars, fill all of them up, and then go sell them in the marketplace. And when she did that, guess what? She was not only able to pay off her debt, she was able to live off the rest of the money that she made. And I'm pretty sure that she continuously did that. Once she found out that she had value to give people, she continuously gave and she sold it. She didn't do it for free because if I gave it to you for free, how am I helping my own situation? Right? In the great words of Myron Golden, selling is serving. Because when you put a price on the thing that you're serving, people have to people value where what they put their money to, right? It's in Matthew 6, right? And so me, when I invested in myself, if I didn't pay for the thing most times and I was giving it for free, I didn't really value it because I didn't invest in that truly. So what am I saying? That means sell. Actually go out into the marketplace and actually give your value away, right? So what this does, it builds trust, loyalty, and strong relationships. And it also leads to more business, referrals, especially if you are a man of integrity or a woman of integrity, if you living off of God's principles, right? And so I know we already at 13 minutes. My goal be 10 minutes on these lives. That be my goal. But I always go over. But it's all right though. I like giving the value that I have. Hey, it's just who I am. So one question or one thing that I want you to do for yourself is I want you to take a moment to write down the skills and the things that you're actually good at. What value do you actually add? And if it's really hard for you to actually think about those things, go and ask other people, what do you think I actually add to your life? Right? And don't think about it inside of like a business aspect, right? Because business is created through the gifts that you give, right? And so that's what I want you to do, and to just reflect back on the things that we said. Remember that your gifts are unique. The world needs what you actually offer. Your value is multiplied through service. Value attracts value, right? Solve a problem that creates demand. And also I want you to serve others generously with your value. Not saying doing it for free, not all the time, but maybe that's a way that you may have to start. But so, with that being said, if you found any value with what we talked about today, I encourage you to follow my YouTube, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, the Marion Davis on all platforms, and just let me know in the comments what are your value, what's the value that you feel like you give to other people, and I love to hear it. And so, with that being said, I'll see you guys on tomorrow during Livember. See y'all later, man.